Evening, dear sisters and brothers. Welcome to the evening session of Being Heartful Every Day with Swadhyaya. This week, as we deepen our reflection on the theme of adaptability, we continue to understand how it helps us move in harmony with life's unfolding, guided by the wisdom of the heart. And tonight, we focus on how adaptability allows us to flow with the divine current, trusting that every situation carries a hidden purpose and every turn is a part of His design. In the spiritual journey, adaptability is the art of yielding without losing direction. It is like water, gentle yet powerful, taking the shape of every vessel, but always finding its way back to the ocean. When we resist life's movements, we create friction within ourselves. But when we accept change with a receptive heart, we begin to experience life as a continuous expression of divine intelligence. Daji often reminds us that when the heart is in tune with the source, it does not argue with life, it moves with it. This movement brings peace, resilience, and a quiet joy that is not disturbed by external situations. Adaptability then is not about passive acceptance, it is about active alignment to remain inwardly anchored while responding gracefully to what life presents. Awareness is the bridge between acceptance and transformation. And through our daily abhyas, we cultivate a state where we observe life changes without being swept away by them. In meditation, we experience stillness amidst motion. Through cleaning, we release the impressions, the rigidity, allowing the heart to become light and fluid. And through our prayer, we surrender our will to the higher will, and adaptability blooms naturally. As our awareness deepens, we begin to notice how divine guidance flows through even the smallest shifts in our day. A delay, a detour, or an unexpected outcome all serve as reminders to stay present and trust His timing. Adaptability helps us move from dependence on circumstances to dependence on the center within. Often, our spiritual transformation or inner transformation is not measured by how peaceful our outer life appears, but by how gracefully we respond when peace is disturbed. When we cultivate adaptability, we learn to remain inwardly balanced, even as life shifts around us. It also allows us to stay attuned to the Master's guidance in real time. Life does not always unfold according to our plans. Sometimes the Master redirects our path to bring our hidden strengths out or dissolve unseen limitations in us. And when we remain flexible and adaptable, we can recognize these terms not as disruptions but as directions. Dear sisters and brothers, before we proceed further in our evening session, let us remember to extend the invitation to others, to our family, friends, and loved ones to explore heartfulness master classes, join the BHED sessions, and also read the Heartfulness Way book 2, the latest book by our revered Daji, which offers practical guidance and insights for living a heart centered, balanced, and conscious life. We now move ahead in the session and resume our inspirational reading, which is from the article by beloved Daji titled Love in Action. Authenticity and conscience. That is why again and again Babuji speaks of Vyavahar, duty. What is your duty in this very movement? Not only in your relationships, but also with the environment in which you move. Be it a place that belongs to a friend, your relatives, or you, be it an industry, an office, or a farm? How does your presence contribute? You cannot fabricate the conditions within yourself. You cannot pretend to be pious and you cannot pretend to be pure. It will happen when you create an authentic relationship with your conscience. Are you happy with your conscience? Whatever you do, analyze yourself. If you throw garbage on the street or in the river, how do you feel? A lot of us do have conscience, but it is awakened with the ability to act. Sensitivity develops only then, and we will only become sensitive to subtler and higher things when we are sensitive to these worldly things by actual implementation. I repeat, we will only become sensitive to subtler and higher things when we are sensitive to these worldly things by actual implementation. Each time our inner voice prompts us to do something worthwhile, we need to listen to it. Otherwise, we will lose the art. Going beyond the senses and becoming sensitive requires at least some commitment to listening to our conscience about the day to day mundane things. When we have to be reminded of our duties, our consciousness cannot expand. Constant reminders are necessary when we fail to listen. It is already too late when our conscience bites, and because our duty has not been done, hence the reminder comes. Piety arises within the heart. It fills us from beyond when we empty ourselves, when we remain prayerful, when we remain receptive. And piety can become a permanent fixture, but it cannot be practiced. Purity cannot be practiced. Divinity cannot be practiced. So, what can we practice? The daily heart, the expansion of consciousness that occurs through these practices is then woven back into daily life, transforming our entire being. Thought, feeling, speech, and behavior are interconnected, and any change in one leads to changes in the others, resulting in transformation in all aspects of our life, creating a holistic transformation. When we master this principle, the application of Vyavahar in our daily life becomes so very natural, helping any beings in need, whether human or otherwise, is automatic and without ceremony. It is not that when we even think in terms of charity or good deeds or random acts of kindness or practicing compassion or protecting the environment, it is our fundamental human duty to support and care for others and do whatever is needed for them. It is the natural state. Why even consider it to be duty? Hence, there is no need for accolades or appreciation. The ego is not involved. It is like mother waking during the night to attend to her newborn. Does she see it as a duty or a sacrifice? It is simply what she does. It is natural. Dear sisters and brothers, let us take the rest from the reading and allow the wisdom of these words to be gently absorbed within us. Let them settle in the heart, guiding our understanding from thought into lived experience. Let us come together to offer the universal prayer now. All brothers and sisters are being filled with love and devotion, and real faith is growing stronger in them. सभी भाई बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और उनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा दृढ़ होती जा रही है। May this universal pair help attune us to the divine rhythm of life, enabling us to awaken the love and unity in our hearts for all in the world. Dear sisters and brothers, as you prepare for the rest tonight, take a few moments to offer your bedtime prayer and the reflections of the day. You can try reflecting gently. Where in your day did life ask you to adapt? Did you respond from the mind's rigidity or the heart's softness? Let your last thought be one of gratitude for every experience that helps you grow in faith and flexibility and adaptability. Rest in the silent awareness that adaptability is the soul's way of dancing with the divine. Dear sisters and brothers, we thank you for joining this evening session, and we look forward to being together again tomorrow for the morning session, which is going to be at 6 a.m. Until then, may your heart remain soft, trusting, and ever tuned to the flow of His love. Wishing you all very good